All right, what's going on, guys? Matty Day Trades here, back at it again with my watch lists. A lot of great names here, and we've been doing great with these weekly watch lists. Um, Decent sized list, but that's all right. Add some names. You can look at them, see if you think they're ready to break, ready to bounce, whatever it may be. And then you can decide for yourself which one's top tier material. But anyway, so I mean, first name here, I have Costco. Again, we know how important these bigger time frame trends are, right? So Costco here is in do or die mode. It's at weekly trend, and PA is pretty thin, right? We had the breakout, new high, retest, new high. Might come down here again. I mean, I'm not calling bottoms here, but 567. I mean, 467, 470 level. That's where I'll be looking really ultimately for my short here to play out. Costco, um, Target, Walmart, Lulu, Nike, all these names are in for a rude awakening. And yeah, so basically here, what I'll look for, since Friday we dipped down, I am going to play the low. PA's real thin, going back to February 23rd. So, and before that, it was January, the new year. Before that is January, and then the first breakout, right? So basically, PA's real thin, right? What happens when 500 breaks down? Well, first time 500 broke, we gapped down, see 486. Second time broke down, we saw 482. Third time, like I said, I want to get caught, ultimately down 465, 470. But on this swing here, 482 would be great. I think market comes down, and this is, kind of why I'm having the aggressive price target. If you were to play intraday here, I think I just am pretty heavy on this name personally, but I think you could play calls. The prior high on this candle at 508.56, risking this 510.70 over 510.70. You can see 518, 524. We kind of know how Costco moves. It's crazy. But like I said, I'm kind of more, sorry, we've been playing Costco a little bit. These are my triggers here. So boom, there's our daily levels, right? And as you can see, that PA is real thin. We can probably get caught up somewhere in here and then somewhere down there. So play the breakdown of our prior low at 498, targeting intraday 494, 488, and then that 482 daily level. Next, we shall have Spotify. We've been playing this name pretty well recently. It's more size off trade. Contracts are kind of shitty, but they definitely pay out. So we're basically here coming up on all-time lows, right? These monthly, weekly breakdowns are just absolutely detrimental. So basically what I like here is, haven't had a real retest, but PA is real thin. We put in this new low here, but what I'm seeing is this daily bear flag is pretty textbook. We did break down, but what I'll do here is kind of the same thing. I will set my trigger for that prior low, and this name, we should really see 95 sub 90s on this name, honestly. If you were to play calls intraday, let's see how it would work out for us. So I would wait till these highs break, which would be 114.70, and basically over 114.70, Spotify can honestly go to 120 pretty fast. Over 120, 125. But like I said, I don't even, I would not be looking to get into this long. But if you were, like I said, just play the prior break of 114 and just target 120. Just take those profits. Put side, 101.50 breaks down. I want to target a 94 this week. Under 94, we could really start sinking down. Um, I think we have Costco, so I mean, there's just so many names that look great. I won't add Target, but I do really like Target short setup, kind of the box going there. Expedia, I know this name is pretty beaten down, but I'm an if guy, and this is right back in the box, right? So we have a gap fill down to 107. We've had this weekly, monthly trend break here, market structure, right? So basically, under yesterday's lows, this thing is back into this box, and we can see, 126. We can head back down to 120, 121, and under that, that's where we kind of flood out quick. 115, 110, 108. We should see some sort of short-term bounce. But I mean, again, look at the PA here. Here's your gap. This thing, it broke these prior lows and kind of, everyone's saying, can it go lower? Can it go lower? We shorted a little bit on Friday. Um, and I expect more red out of this name. Um, I switched over my subscription with Trends Better, so I don't really have all my levels. But if I was looking here, and this name does look pretty much ready for the most part, so I do think this can slide fast. But I'd say it's something like that. And again, the box is kind of just all right. You tap this supply and demand box. It's kind of that 137, 136 tap, and then you kind of reject back down again. Find trend. Find trend. Play the breakdown up here. Find trend. Play the breakdown down here. Trend breakdown. Right. So it's kind of a theme here. So I would like the top of this box breakdown and target us down there. Travel should come down a little bit. I think they ran up pretty good there on earnings. I've been hammering cyber. It's not the most perfect Head and Shoulders here. I'm actually just noticing on the monthly time frame, but Head and Shoulders on the monthly. This is teetering a weekly breakdown here. You can kind of see the Head and Shoulders a bit better. Weekly breakdown. So if you want to get in early, play that 161 breakdown targeting 153. 153 is going to be a good spot, but under that, we can really sink down to 120. Call me crazy until this shit starts happening. That's kind of how we do. But when we break this prior low here at 160, you can see PA, right? It's really thin going all the way back to December 2020. We still have couple gaps to fill on the way down. But basically, you break down 160, you see 158, under 158. If you get that, we have a 155, 153, and 150, right? So we can get a nice $10 move out of this. And again, if this market floods out this week and 153 breaks, we could really start to move down. So cyber has been weak. Definitely keep that on watch. Again, I mentioned Expedia Travel, but another one here is CCL. It's broke down here, and PA is pretty thin back to the 2020. Play out prior low break. What do you need? Prior low is a new low, right? We were uptrending. Now breaking down, need a new low. If we get this prior low at 15, we should continue down onto that 1387.14 level. Under that 12. There's a lot of names here. KR is another one. Again, when I'm shorting or going long, I look for unsustainable growth. KR went 45 to 62. I don't know if you guys play KR, but it does not move like that. What happens is you create a monster gap. What's a monster gap mean? Thin PA. I'm all over it. You kind of see this threshold. We're getting caught up over here. Be safe because it's KR. I would wait till that prior low breaks targeting the beginning of our gap at 52.26. Under that, again, scroll out. No PA, right? We're pushing all-time highs. Haven't had our retest yet, so play the breakdown at 53, targeting that gap at 52.20, and really ultimately targeting this gap fill 49.70 levels. So let's see. I have so many names. It's nuts. TTD was another one. We're noticing all these COVID names just getting absolutely demolished. I posted this chart before. We're kind of losing this, buyers area, which we've seen on, Tesla, Google, Amazon. When we lose this, we break down major. TD's another one. We haven't really tested our breakout levels here yet, right? So I want TTD trading somewhere around 30. This name, you got to know the name you're playing, but basically, Friday's low break, I'd be targeting our prior low over here, and under that, you can see is kind of this. I've mentioned thresholds a lot. Our threshold would be somewhere right here at 46, but under 46, what happens, right? 46 sees 40, 46 sees 40 to the bounce side at 41. 41 sees 46, 41 sees 46, right? So break down Friday's lows, targeting 46, 40. Under that, we fall fast down to my 30 target. Which would be lovely. And again, always just identifying trend. We can see themes here have been short the pop kind of all around the market. I've been, laying the hammer on this, but, trend, right? The high, the lower high, right? The, etc. Short the pops here. Sorry, I'm like super tired. Another name is Lowe's, which I mentioned it. Well, I don't think I mentioned HD and Lowe's in the mix of cost, Walmart, Target, Nike, Lulu, all those names. But Lowe's is another name that's going to be in there. And, it's kind of do or die here. We've really kerplunked. And, we're going to see buyers somewhere at 172. I was called crazy for saying Lowe's goes back to 200. I think we can see down 172. Here's the weekly, as you can see. 189.26, risking 186.34, 184.60, 182.60, and then there's that 180 retest of really breakout level here. So I want something down here. And again, trend weekly, monthly, right? The daily actually shows this a bit nicer, right? So break down this level. 89.26 basically happens to be Friday's low. And then you could see thin PA, all the way back to 2021. So we should get a nice yank here, and it kind of falls in that consumer retail that we're trying to short. CCL, KR, Macy's looks great. FCX looks great. There's so many names out there. And again, this is what we've been seeing, right? What happens, so remember this, minus these candles, right, respectively. Every time Macy's dips to 22.50, it gets a monster bounce, right? So we did this on Tesla, right? Look at this cluster, right? Every time 973 comes up, you get a monster bounce, right? But if that doesn't hold, if bulls don't step in, bears go nuts, right? Look at the candles, 943, rip. That 978 breaks down, you come down 950, right? 978 breaks down, you get, and these are daily, you get 950. 978 breaks down, 950. Rejects, 950. Breaks 943, goes to that 970, right? So Macy's is kind of the same idea, right? Every time it comes down 22.46, get a monster bounce, right? 22.46, we got a bounce, but if this prior low breaks, right? PA is real thin. Last time we did break down, we saw 21, right? Then before that, you're going all the way back to 2021. It's going to attract buyers. Look at that threshold right here. When it broke down, what'd you see? 21.30, right? So pretty major level here, looking at short under Friday's low. Really targeting that 21.20 level, which would be great on Macy's. Cons would move great. FCX is another name. It's on cool off here. We got a daily breakdown. It went on that unsustainable rip there. MOS is another name. That kind of just went nuts. Never really had a retest, coming up on some trend. Spot cost. LMT looks great. Lows. Yeah, LMT as well. We got a glimpse of this Friday. It moves crazy, but if it could break this box to the upside, at 450 breaks, we could see 452.68, 456, and then run back to those highs at 475. We know LMT gets going. China, Russia, LMT could have some fire. Go to the weekly here, right? It's kind of just bouncing perfectly up. Actually, it's not. Never mind. But you can kind of see this box here, right? 930 kind of gives you a bounce to that 949. Over that, we can kind of see a move to 960. So we're kind of playing with a massive range here. But on the daily, I like or it rejects for 49.50 and kind of comes down. Um, I am leaning more bearish than anything. Just all over. Um, it's so many great setups. It's amazing. But all right, I'm probably gonna get out of here, guys. A little quicker video this week. I hope everyone thanks. Let's get it.